seriously, guys, this hooker situation that my team's going through this year is getting laughable at the moment. Little quiz for you. I've had four hookers in my squad in the last while, let's say a few months. When do you think the last time one of my hookers scored over 50 is? I'll give you a second to think about it. So I've had Harry Grant, I've had Brayley and JMK. Lussick, I suppose, before that, but we won't count him. And then Cook this week. So what's the guess? All right, Grant's. He did get a 50 in round 12. Round 12 there. But it was 66 the week before that. And then he had a 34 in there as well. So he's had a bit of a shocker. But you had to get 2 tries and a try assist to get 66 in that game. So round 12 he got the 50, didn't get over it. And then Brayley was in round 11. And he got 56. So round 11 was a fun round. I had Brayley and I had Grant. And it's just been absolutely diabolical since then. And obviously, I haven't made any money from any of my hookers this year as well. So sorry to all the Cook buyers and the Cook owners last night. That was my fault. I'll cop that one on the chin. It's been a rough year for the hookers, as I said, and really cost me a lot of ranks, I would say, this year. And the strategy looks like it should have been Reed Marnie, hold all the way. Or if you went for Robson, like I was thinking about doing, Robson all the way through to 13, trade him for Reed Marnie, or trade him for Jacob Little when he has gone on his run. Or potentially Damien Cook there as well. So either of that allotment of players, I think Cook was out in 13, wasn't he? So yeah, pretty wild how that one's worked out. And this was a tough night for me. Not only owning Cook, the only one that really underwhelmed out of all the relevant players there, unfortunately, for myself. But for you guys, great work out there. And I definitely won't be expecting to make any ranks this week, that's for sure, even with the 17 decent players on the park. And we'll have to see how Hines goes tonight as well. But Latrell Mitchell was 73. He was the only one to go down overnight. Kolo, Wighton, Arrow, Madison definitely went up. Murray went up. Cook went up as well. But still couldn't make 50 there. But Latrell was 73. He is just incredible at the moment. He is the must-have for the way home. He's going to be an over 60s guy for sure, the way he's playing. And the way that the Bunnies are playing too. If you had the foresight in probably 3 or 4 weeks ago to jump on a few of these guys, Latrell, Kolomatangi, the Whitens, obviously Cook back then as well. Even a Jai Arrow, he's been incredible the last month or so as well. You've absolutely earned that, and you've got the spoils on the other side, so congrats for that one. But Latrell 73, incredible, doing everything, even getting a try saver as well, just to add to it all. And for him to have that many attacking stats, get kick meters as well as kick goals, it's an incredible combination. And him at 850 or whatever it's going to be when I have to buy him in round 20 or 21, it's going to be worth every penny for sure, because I can't watch it any longer. I tried not to watch as much as I could last night for that reason. And Keon Kolomatangi, he was 71 in the 70 minutes. What else can we say about him? He's gone 70 minutes there and absolutely dominating. So running for over 200 meters on just an incredible clip and a weekly basis. So it's changed so much for him this year. 140, 88, 134, 165, 143, 115. He had a 76 in there, 130. And then he's moved into this 13 role and he's gone 231, 265, 200, 250, and 221. So if you had the foresight to jump on, obviously after the 104, people did, and then he went, back to kind of normal. And then he's just exploded the last 2 weeks with the massive 80-minute game into the 70 minutes here and averaging 69.5 over those 2 weeks. So he's been spectacular and is someone that we really need to consider as a dual position guy that plays every game from here on out. And the only real positive for me last night was the fact that the Bunnies won. And as a Cook buyer, means he's likely to continue playing big minutes and all the way through to the end of the season. If they lost that one, I think they would have, lost a couple against tougher teams and been in a bit of strife. But they're in incredible form at the moment and a team that's on the rise and a real threat to make this 8 over the next few weeks. They'll be, poking their head in the door, that's for sure. So him and Latrell, if you bought them, you're killing it. And then Wighton, someone I overlooked a little bit for my own team this week. We had him as a solid buy and thinking he'd be able to average closer to 40 mark and have probably 100K to make. And they have a nice run of games coming up too. So he's someone that I did overlook personally. I could have got him in, adds another centre to my list. That's a centre half, obviously. might have stuffed me around next week a little bit as having an extra player. Could have worked out. We'll see how things pan out next week with injuries and Fafita being out and all those types of things. But yeah, Wighton, if you've got him, a 70 with a double there, 8 tackle breaks, good run meters, good kick meters there. It's just the stats for these three guys, and just able to get well over 100 meters, get the defensive or the kick meters or the tries and tries assists that that they need has been absolutely incredible. So yes, against a lower team, but they've got enough points in them at the moment, and are there real focal points in the middle as well? So super good scores there from those guys. Have a look at them next week for sure. Regan Campbell-Gillard, 66 with a try. It was actually a really nice try assist from Brendan Hand, so probably the best thing he did all night for sure. Jacob Gagai, a couple of tries there. He's going to make some good coin over the next bunch of weeks. That now he's got this spot in a team where they're scoring lots of tries, and surprisingly enough, they're going right to him instead of going left to Alex Johnston, which is been expected over the years, and is what's happened over the years. Jai Arrow, as I said, just incredible for him in maybe one of his last games of the season. An 11 tackle break effort was spectacular. They're out there helping them get this win. Gutho did everything he could as well to help the Eels. It just wasn't to be for them. Maddo got a 7-point upgrade overnight, which was very, very helpful. Obviously took away a few of his missed tackles there. Big run meters as well, 212. So using him plenty in a team that's a little bit decimated for, obviously guys like Hopgood. Kelmer was there, and he's out obviously there as well. 34 tackles, no tackle breaks, no offloads is massive for him. I'm definitely looking at him next week. He won't, thankfully, won't go up too much. He's got like a 33 break even. He'll probably go up 20k or so, and be right for the picking, I think, next week. Even, he could work up to 80 minutes at some point. They did lose Junior in this game, so not sure if that affected him as much. I just think it probably gave the young fella Geimer a bit more of a lift and some more minutes there, which he was incredible as well. Murray, 52 for him, just kind of stabilizes his price, obviously, for people looking at him coming into the back end of the season, post-Origin. He's a tick under 700k there, and will be right for the picking come that time. Tony Milne with the 48, Damien Cook the 47. As I said, just not really a game for him. And buyers of him, as I said, I cooked him. He had 9 in negatives very early. When I was looking at this, he was like 18 in 23 minutes. I was like, cool, that's pretty good. He was just pretty much the same score as Latrell. I was like, cool, just match Latrell. Latrell was 27 at half time. I was like, oh, that's pretty good. We'll take that. And then just exploded, obviously. And then Cook, 5 minutes later, he was 18 in 23 minutes. Then he was 13 in 30 minutes, 28 minutes. And I was like, cool, that's great. That's exactly what we want to see. And it was expected, wasn't it? As I said, for me buying him. Got the cynicism at the moment with the hooking position, that's for sure. All the rest are fine. It's just that one spot. Blaze Talangi, 46. He was, really, really good. Obviously, he's one of their best players at the moment. Effort, the energy, the line breaks out of nothing was incredible work from him. 46. If you've held on all this time, he's doing great, and he won't lose his spot anytime soon. Cartwright with the 40 with a try at the end there. Just, not his best game. 3 missed tackles, a couple errors, and a penalty. It's pretty gross for Cartwright in that one, but saved his score a little bit at the end with a 40 after being like 2 in 30 odd minutes or something. Walker got a try and a try assist for a 39. Not the end of the world, but not great. Lane with 39 in 50 minutes. With Junior, it sounds like he's going to be out longer term. So Joel Fangawe probably gets a few more minutes, I'd say, and is scoring pretty well the last 2 weeks anyway, in that high 30s range. So look at him. Dylan Brown, 37 in the 80s, so did pick up that line break and a line break assist, which was helpful, but still for him, he was very, very low. I think he was 2 in 20 odd minutes or 30 minutes as well. So saved that a little bit, especially in the second half, but it's just not happening for him at the moment. He's missing more tackles this year as well, so that's something to note, and making a few less. So Dylan Brown, I can understand selling, or if you're holding next week, sweet. Penasini with 32, it's kind of dropped off for him, and the team's just not playing great, good enough. But better on the negative side, I suppose, outside of the errors, like only 8, which last week was a bit higher than that. But it's just not happening. Tackle numbers were low. Run meters, no try assists or tries in that one. Geimer there, just wanted to mention him. He's going to be an interesting cash out potentially with another injury, for them in junior. So either next week, like he could actually keep this spot longer term. It's an interesting one for him. You've obviously got Kelmer to come back eventually. But but for now, I think he's going to be solid. And if Junior's out long term, he maybe just keeps a bench spot anyway, so not the end of the world. Davy Mwale, for any owners of him, 28 in the 30 minutes was a bit low, sadly. Run meters were low there, 69. And Brennan Hands, 27. I mentioned that he wouldn't get 8 missed tackles again. Boy, was I wrong. Hookers, man. Hookers. We're just getting burnt by them at all times. I still think that he'll have a better one next week. He did have a try assist in this. It could have been terrible. Could have got a 20. But minutes were good at 63. Just, no run meters. It's just falling into the Joey Lussick mold again. They just can't get someone that plays consistent every week. Because you can't get 8 missed tackles twice in a row without getting dropped, to be fair. Lussick, it happened to him eventually. Jake Tungo, unfortunately for him, lost his, ended up with an error, lost his try on debut, but looked really solid running the footy and picked up a line break as well. Matt Dury got 31 minutes, but didn't take too many from Matto, only the 10 that Matto came off for, which is good for Matto owners and me potentially next week. Alex Johnson was 16, spoke about Junior there. No one to own him, but he's going to leave a big hole. AJ was 16. That's just been his season. There's nothing else to say other than now they're going right, which is hilarious how that one's worked out. And then Moses got sin binned in the back end of the game. They picked up 15. So after absolutely crushing it last week, he gets pumped in this one. So that's sad news. How many people end up with him? Okay, 110 people in the top 1,000. So I don't feel as bad. I suppose if you own Moses, hopefully you own like Latrell and Keon and all those guys as well. Would be very, very nice. But Matt Arthur, 18 minutes for 12, and then Russell, 15 in that one as well. Mamazella's not getting on the park, 0 in 0 minutes. So, good news, good enough news for Cook there. I think there will be games that Cook does move to the middle a little bit, and if probably, he's going to play next week, for example, when Murray's going to be out, and if Arrow's going to be there or not, we are unsure. But that's that first game. A little bit of therapy out of the way, as always, for myself. These first games, this cooked me last week a little bit as well, and I managed to still make some good ranks. So we'll see how we go. Nikora, Marnie, these types of guys last week kind of hurt me a little bit when I had Karaz was low and stuff like that. So I came back from last week. I think we can do it again. But that first game of the week is really helpful for some teams out there. And if you've got Latrell, Kolomatangi, and Wighton, let us know in the comments because that is an incredible feat. Good luck in tonight's games. I will be hiding behind the couch for the Nico Hines performance. And wish you all the best of luck for the rest of the week.